Welcome to another episode of Greatness of Raw Super Show. And what was that? Was that actually a decent Monday Night Raw? And it didn't even have to open with Shane McMahon. Not even Roman Reigns. Am I saying something positive about Monday Night Raw? Okay, Vince McMahon. I want to give you an unironic, at least you tried cake. That was actually a watchable Monday Night Raw Super Show. Welcome everybody to another episode of Greatness of a Raw Super Show. Yes, people, I don't know what's happening. So basically, the wild card rule makes no sense whatsoever anymore. Basically, the rules of the wild card rule, which rules basically are that you can only have 4 superstars from the opposite brand. In this episode, however, let me count. The New Day, Elias, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Eric Rowan. What's up with that? Apparently, it doesn't matter anymore. As Kofi Kingston explained, I'm a WWE champion. I do whatever I want. Makes total sense. Other than illogical points of the show, it was actually watchable. I enjoyed myself. And at least WWE tried. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why they tried so much. Anyway, so let's start from the beginning of the show. The show opened with Elias. He asked Baron Corbin to be the special guest referee, but Seth Rollins attacked him from behind with a steel chair, and this is something that's going to happen a lot on the show, and said that anyone who wants to be a special guest referee for our match is going to get attacked. So that was already a different way to open Monday Night Raw, but then we got something even better. A match during the first 15 minutes of Monday Night Raw. We got a 5-way elimination match between The Miz, Bobby Lashley, Cesaro, Ricochet, and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman eliminated Cesaro and Bobby Lashley, but after they got eliminated, they attacked Braun Strowman with their finishers, allowing Ricochet to hit his own finisher and pin Braun Strowman. So that was shocking to me. Not only because Ricochet actually pinned Braun Strowman, but also because they helped Ricochet and didn't attack Ricochet afterwards. So it's weird, maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense. Then of course we got The Miz versus Ricochet, in which surprisingly Ricochet won the match fair and square with his own finisher, and I found that to be very shocking. However, I don't have high expectations. I love the fact that Ricochet won the match, but I don't have a lot of expectations because The Miz is more in a rivalry with Samoa Joe than Ricochet is. So I believe that we are getting Ricochet versus Samoa Joe for the United States Championship at Stomping Grounds, in which Samoa Joe is going to retain the championship, and then at the next pay-per-view, we are getting The Miz versus Samoa Joe for the United States Championship, in which hopefully The Miz is going to win the title because this championship desperately needs some prestige. So that was nice, a very good match, an amazing way to open Monday Night Raw. I mean, you have Elias getting attacked with a steel chair, and then you jump straight into a 5-way elimination match. Dude, this is what we needed for a long time now. Anyway, after the match, Samoa Joe attacked Ricochet, but Ricochet came out on top. Becky Lynch is here to confront Lacey Evans for causing her to lose the SmackDown Women's title last month. We got another backstage favors mention reference from Becky Lynch. At this point, it's getting old. Please just come up with something different. Lacey said that the WWE needs someone like her to set an example for the women's division, not a nasty like Becky. Becky Lynch attacked her, and that was it. So basically, this rivalry continues. In my opinion, it already got old. Basically the same thing every week. You know, are you done giving favors backstage? I get it. She's a blonde woman who got a push. I get it. But In my opinion, it got old. Still to come, Roman Reigns is here. Ooh. We got a nice looking party in Shane McMahon's locker room, I assume. We got the Revival, we got Shane McMahon, we got Drew McIntyre. And by the way, something that I forgot to mention, after every entrance in a fatal 5-way match, everyone hit a finisher to Elias. So he's definitely not going to be a special guest referee. We got a promo from Daniel Bryan, and he said that he understands why McMahon wants him on Raw. Because this place sucks. Raw and Los Angeles. He says that he's going to destroy Seth Rollins. They get interrupted by the Viking Raiders, and we got the Viking Raiders versus Russ and Randy Taylor. That was basically just a waste of time, let's be honest. A couple of jobbers versus Russ and Randy Taylor. Of course they won the match, and yeah, the Viking Raiders are back. I don't know where they were, but they are back. Yes, the wildcard rule, 7 superstars on Raw from SmackDown, and we still got some time for the Viking Raiders. Dude. We see Carmella and WWE 24/7 champion R-Truth in the front row wearing disguises. They've been spotted by the camera, and we got a bunch of jobbers running after him. Surprisingly, EC3 was not one of them. What? And by the way, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins were there, so just 1 week ago they were the Raw Tag Team Champions. What happened? What happened? WWE cannot commit to pushing Zack Ryder. Heath Slater enters Shane McMahon's office and he says that he wants a raise because he has a family. Shane McMahon appreciates that Heath Slater has balls, but he says that he's not gonna do it. And this is what I really love. Basically, Drew McIntyre came up to Heath Slater and he says that, well, I can help you, man. I can really help you. Here's the money. I know you gotta feed your family. He accidentally drops the money and then beats the crap out of Heath Slater. That was great. I love the 3MB reference. Times have changed, my man. Times have changed. I wish we got Jinder Mahal just staring at them after this whole segment ended. That would have been a great 3MB reunion. But anyway, that was a great segment, and probably the only thing I liked about what Drew McIntyre has been doing on the main roster after he split with Dolph Ziggler. After he split with Dolph Ziggler, we didn't get anything entertaining. This was a very good moment, and I don't know who's writing this show, but that was already better than what we've seen in 2019. We got a special edition of the Kevin and Sammy show. They introduced us to Baron Corbin. They don't want to be the special guest referees on Sunday, but they are here to give a platform for Baron Corbin basically. So Baron Corbin says that he picked someone who was born to count 1, 2, 3. But that was not Roman Reigns, people. That was actually EC3. For a split second, I was like, dude, they are finally giving a push to my man Ethan Carter. I was stupid though, because that was just a way to bury EC3 even more. My man comes out. First of all, why would Baron Corbin choose EC3? I don't get it, but anyway, he comes out and gets attacked by Seth Rollins. I was like, is he really going to get attacked by Seth? Okay, it actually happened. Anyway, so he gets attacked and Corbin says that it's back to the drawing board. The New Day comes out, and like I've said, Kofi Kingston's explanation of destroying the wild card rule is, I'm a WWE champion, dude. I do what I want. Here you go, people. Basically, this was a setup for a 6-man tag team match, but the highlight was the fact that they needed an official to make it official. So they just, my man, they just buried EC3 a little bit more. That was actually funny. I wish it was not EC3, but that was funny, and they just, you know, imitated his voice and moved his head, and we got a match. But what I also appreciate is the fact that Baron Corbin says that let's send these guys to SmackDown where they belong. Kevin Owens is also from SmackDown, so I don't know how that makes any sense. Anyway, we got the match. It was a 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't know what. I don't remember when they made it official, but basically, Kofi Kingston pinned Baron Corbin, a guy who's a contender for the WWE Universal Championship. Definitely didn't need a wild card rule for that one. You could have just put more people on the show from Raw. I really hope they're going to get rid of it, because as good as these shows can be, I'm not gonna be excited because a lot of randomness happened. I don't like this rule whatsoever. Paul Heyman comes out and we got some chants of ECW. He says he's not comfortable being on Monday Night Raw with Seth Rollins chasing everyone with a steel chair. That's besides the point. He basically says that we are getting Daniel Bryan, a legitimate opponent for Seth Rollins, and we might see Brock Lesnar cashing in. So that was basically WWE saying, please don't change the channel. Please don't change the channel. We tried. We want you to keep watching the show. Please don't change the channel. And yeah, that was it. Pretty pointless in my opinion. Ehrling is your new special guest referee. That's so exciting. Well, he got attacked by Seth Rollins, so we are not getting it, thankfully. Let's bury all the TNA talent. AJ Styles criticized the Good Brothers about not being serious. I mean, when was the last time they actually won the match? And AJ Styles has a point. We got the Usos versus the Good Brothers, in which they lost the match. They were dominant throughout the match. They were actually pretty strong, but they still lost the match. So I don't know what's happening with these two. Is it a storyline that we are going to get? Maybe AJ Styles is going to join them again. But I'm pretty sure these two are turning heel pretty soon. But man, they really didn't do these two any favors. The last time they were entertaining was back in Japan. A wild Roman Reigns appears! He used the wild card rule again, people. I'm so thankful. I got used to it. Anyway, he says that WWE Super Showdown was not very good for him, and he is going to beat Drew McIntyre. Yeah, very generic promo. Anyway, Shane McMahon appears on the screen, and Drew McIntyre disrespected Roman Reigns' family, so Roman Reigns decided to find them, beats the crap out of the Revival. He beats Shane McMahon and wants him to send a warning to Drew McIntyre. WWE Women's Tag Team Titles match. What? Are you serious? This is not Raw, people. Women's Tag Team Championships are actually being defended on Raw? Or defended at all? I'm shocked, people. Anyway, we got the Iconics versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, in which, unfortunately, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss lost the match because of Bayley. So now, Nikki Cross actually believes Alexa Bliss, and I'm smelling a double turn. I wouldn't be surprised if Bayley is actually going to be a heel and Alexa Bliss is actually going to be right all along and she's going to turn face. That happened before, so maybe that's a possibility. I would love to see that, by the way. So yeah, unfortunately these two are still your women's tag team champions, worthless. These titles didn't even need to be a thing. But whatever the case may be, this is what we got. We got another Firefly Funhouse. And he says that he built this place for us. Join us where the fun never has to end. We got a very bizarre montage, and you know, it was basically everything that you see every week. It's different, I still enjoy it, but at this point, you know, I would love to see some live stuff from Bray Wyatt. These packages are great, but it's going to get old. It's already getting old week by week. I still like it. It's one of the highlights, but it's getting old week by week. So that was it. Of course, we got Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan. We got a bunch of interferences, so this match ended in a disqualification, but then we got a rematch. So Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan, a very entertaining match. I was shocked by the fact that, well, Seth Rollins won the match fair and square, no interferences, a fair finish in the main event of Monday Night Raw. I'm shocked, people. I don't know what's happening with this show. Anyway, you know, people are complaining that they gave away this huge pay-per-view worthy match on television. Well, if I don't get people sometimes, you know, I'm very critical of the WWE, but if you are not happy with 6-man tag team matches, you are not happy with matches that are not entertaining, not worth watching, but you are also not happy with some interesting matches that you would love to see on a pay-per-view, pay-per-view worthy matches, then what do you exactly want from the WWE? In WWE's position, I would be lost as well. Of course, I cannot defend WWE for most of the stuff, and I cannot defend WWE for using Daniel Bryan as a wild card rule, because I will never defend that rule. But Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins is a huge match. We got that for free, and I cannot complain. Yes, more good matches on television. That's what we want. That's why WCW was so successful at one point. People had a reason to watch. Baron Corbin comes out from behind, hits him with a steel chair. So basically, he got a taste of his own medicine. A decent way to close Monday Night Raw. I'm not behind Baron Corbin at all. I don't like the guy. I think he should not be a top contender for the WWE Universal Championship. At least not right now when the ratings are so low. You should give us something a little bit more exciting. But, that was decent writing, I guess. I like the fact that Seth Rollins had something to do, chasing everyone with a steel chair, and then he got a taste of his own medicine. It was kind of a well-written show in my opinion, so I enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'll give you my review on SmackDown Live tomorrow. So, I don't know, that was possibly the best SmackDown or Raw. The best, well, it doesn't even matter. Both are the same show right now. The Wild Card Rules Super Show. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. As always, the Great One, peace, love, and hugs.